Hey guys, it's me, it's PokemonTripHD, and we are back today with TBU Season 3, Week number 9, aka Playoffs, the quarterfinals, up against Jack and the Wolverhampton Weaviles. Remember, this is a post-live comp. Before I get started, I just want to mention that. Go and check out Jack's channel, his links are in the description. He's a really cool guy, a good friend of mine. Now, I recommend you watch the team analysis that was uploaded yesterday, so you get a feel for the team that I'm bringing. Kind of the same team. Actually, it's like 2 or 3 of the Pokemon same as last time, and the other ones are different. Really recommend you go and check it out, though. A lot of sets that you should probably know about. So, with that being said, now Jack is a really good team. He has Mega Medicham. Not the curse of the Mega Medicham, with it, the legend of the Mega Medicham. The Mega Medicham never lost a playoff match before this match, at least. So it's kind of it's kind of gonna be a crazy match since Jack does have the Mega Medicham, and I'm sure he's gonna be bringing that since that thing is such a monster. So my team is as follows. I am bringing the Mega Lopunny, Tangrowth, Mew, Kyurem, Vaporeon, and Umbreon. I believe that's 6. Pretty sure that's 6. Isn't that 6? Yeah. Did I say Kyurem? I think I did. So that's team. Team's going to be on the screen right now anyway, so that you can see if I missed any. It's on the screen. Sorry about that. I recommend you go to check out the team analysis so you see all the items, sets, and etc. etc. It's a pretty standard team, so I just recommend you check it out, though, because some said, actually, it's not super duper standard. But anyways, I'm running off here. So I do have a little bit of an update to say at the end of this video. I'll say it at the end in case you just want to see the match. So I don't waste your time or whatever, in case you don't really care about that. But it is a pretty big update regarding next week. 'Cause next week it's a lot of stuff's going on. But anyways, let's get on with this. So let's see. Jack's team is bringing wait for it. Boom! Alright, so the team Jack is bringing, he's bringing the Bisharp, the Miltank, Mega Medicham, Lando T, Slowking, and Ditto. So, looking at his team, doesn't bring the Crobat, doesn't bring the Volcarona, it does not bring the Doug Trio, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I thought he would be bringing the Volcarona for sure. I didn't really expect Doug Trio, but I thought Crobat would also come this time since he didn't bring it last time. But he's bringing the Lando, Miltank, and Bisharp, which he did not bring last time. He also didn't bring the Ditto last time, but Lando and Bisharp, I want to see what those two are going to do since they're both pretty big offensive threats. Mega Medicham's there, of course. That thing is a huge threat, like usual. And looking at his team, a solid lead is honestly going to be the Kyurem. So I'm going to lead off the Kyurem. It deals with most leads he has, so because we're a sub-toxic Kyurem. So I'm going to go lead off with that bad boy, see what he wants to lead off with. And he's going to end up leading off with the Landorus. So Landorus is here. Now, last time we played, I brought Scarf Kyurem, so I'm going to expect him to think that this is a Scarf Kyurem again, and I'm going to go ahead and click sub, because if I'm Scarfed, I hit him with an Ice Beam, he's dead. So he's going to swap out, and I'm going to go ahead and click sub. I can sub up on this bad boy. He does swap out, the conditioning worked, and I say conditioning because, when you condition someone to do something. But anyways, he's going to go to the Miltank, which is nice. That would probably eat up an Ice Beam, since it probably has Thick Fat. But now we're behind a sub. I can go ahead and click Toxic, and we can Toxic this Miltank. We can definitely stall this bad boy out. And I'm going to go and click Toxic. We laid it, thankfully. Had we missed, that would have been pretty big trouble. So now this Miltank's Toxic, and he's going to go for the Hammer Arm, which is like, whoa. Hammer Arm, and we see that he is Life Orb. So he's an offensive Miltank, which is insane. I did not expect this at all. It's kind of surprising since he would have had no switch into Entei at all had I brought Bandit Entei. So people are just not bringing surgeons to Bandit Entei lately, which is crazy. But I didn't even bring Entei this match. So now I don't really want to stand since his Life Orb, his even Body Slams are going to be able to break my sub. So I'm not going to stand. There's really no reason to stand. I'm going to go ahead and swap out into Mew because Mew could take a Hammer Arm really well. He can also take a Body Slam pretty well. I was also debating going out to Tangrowth because Tangrowth has a Rocky Helmet, and then with Life Orb, Rocky Helmet, and Toxic damage, that's really going to rack up. Not wrap up. What am I saying? But the thing is, I want to get up Rocks because honestly, Rocks do pretty well against his team. It hurts a lot of switch-ins he has, like the Slowking. It doesn't really hit the Bisharp and the Medicham too hard, but it also wears down the Lando, Slowking, and the Ditto when they come in. So I'm going to go out to Mew. He's going to end up going for another Hammer Arm, which is fine by me. It's going to do basically nothing. And now we get to set up our Rocks, which is nice. Even if he switches into the Bisharp to try and Pursuit Trap us, we do have Aura Sphere just in case, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'm going to go ahead and set up my Rocks. So like I said, because Rocks wear down his team really well. Plus with Rocks up, it guarantees a few kills with like Mew against the Bisharp, with Tangrowth against things like the Lando with HP Ice, depending on his set, of course, and things like Kyurem Ice Beams. But anyways, you know, this Rocks it's a really great play. Also, right here I was debating if I should just Aura Sphere and get off a lot of damage on this whole thing, but I decided to go for the Rocks, like I said, because getting off a bunch of chip damage is really, really nice. He's going to be going out to the Bisharp, which is, you know, interesting. Interesting that I hard switch into that because, you know, they're both weak to fighting, but oh well, it happens. But Bisharp's in here right now. Now, I'm not sure what kind of Bisharp this is. He might be Scarf. He might be a Solid Vest. He might be Chople Berry. He's probably going to be able to take this Aura Sphere since he did bring it in really comfortably. So I'm going to go and swap out. I don't really want to stay in on this Bisharp since I'm not sure what it is. I knew he wasn't going to go for the Pursuit because, you know, I had brought Aura Sphere last time for the Bisharp, so he's probably expecting that again. So I'm going to go and guts to the Umbreon, which, like I said, it was the Bisharp in the Team Builder. So since we do have Inner Focus, it goes to the knockoff, knocks over leftovers, which kind of sucks, but honestly, I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to click Baton Pass since I know he's going to swap out. You can't let this Bisharp take, you know, like a foul play. You can't let it take too much damage because it needs to be somewhat healthy to deal with some Pokemon on my team like the Mew. Though, he doesn't outspeed my Mew unless he's Scarf, so then he technically wouldn't really need HP. But he doesn't really have a reason to stay in since if a knockup did that much, that means he's not Life Orb. He might be like Jolly Black Glasses or something, but we know he's not Life Orb, so, or Banded, which is really, really nice. So I'm going to click Baton Pass and see whether he's Choice or not. And as I go for the Baton Pass, he brings out his Ditto. He brings out the Ditto, which is really interesting because, you know, Ditto versus my Umbreon, it really doesn't do much because the only offensive move I have is Foul Play. I don't even have Toxic, so we can't really do much to each other. But I did Baton Pass out on that turn. And I'm thinking I can go out to Kyurem right now, but his Foul Play does break my sub since, you know, Kyurem has 130 attack, which is insane. His Foul Play does break my sub, so I can't set up a sub for free. I could set up a sub, but I can't set up for free if he goes for Foul Play because it would most likely break my sub. But I could go to Kyurem, I can Ice Beam twice and take him out. 2 Ice Beams will be able to take him out. Since he's a Ditto, he doesn't have Umbreon's giant base HP stat. He has a base HP of 48. So I'm going to go to Kyurem, and I'm just going to be able to click Ice Beam right now. I can't really set up a sub because, like I said, if he goes for Foul Play, he's going to be able to break our sub. So I really don't have a reason to set up a sub. So I'm going to click the Ice Beam. He ends up staying in, so he probably goes for the Foul Play. But he actually goes for the Baton Pass. So I could have set up a sub right there, and we could have gotten a kill right there if I had set up a sub, because no matter who he goes into with Rocks damage, and we can Toxic if it's a Slowking, or we can Ice Beam if it's everything else. So we could have just gotten a kill right there had I set up a sub. But, you know, oh well, getting off damage on the Ditto is also nice. In case, you know, let's find out what he is. Also, if he copies like Lopunny later on, we can go to Tangrowth, Rocky Helmet damage, and with Rocks damage, blah blah blah. We can wear it down really nicely. So he's gonna bring out his Medicham. My Kyurem is back up full health now, which is really solid. But the Medicham's in now. Medicham's a threat, but I do have switch-ins. I can go out to Mew or I can go out to Tangrowth. I'm gonna decide to go out into Tangrowth this time though, because I'm expecting a Fake Out and we can get some Rocky Helmet damage, which is gonna be really, really solid. As he does Mega Evolve. But as you can see, he's going to end up going for the Drain Punch, not the Fake Out. So he risked him being faster than me. He did see that as a subset, so maybe he thought I didn't have any speed. But Drain Punch does a lot of damage, and judging by that damage, it's going to be a roll to take him out with the High Jump Kick if he even carries it. Because he has Drain Punch, he might not carry High Jump Kick. So it's a roll to take him out if he even has it. Plus, he'd have to land it, blah, 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 blah. And honestly, the only thing I need Tangrowth for is this Medicham. So I'm going to go ahead and click Giga Drain because, like I said, it's a lot of conditions for him to be able to take out my Tangrowth right now. And overall, I feel like it's going to be better for me to just click Giga Drain. I could also swap into Mew, so I feel like he wouldn't just click High Jump Kick. So we're going to click Giga Drain. If he does stay in, if he High Jump Kicks, misses, and we Giga Drain, I think we kill him. But he goes for High Jump Kick, he does have it, he lands it, and it doesn't take us out, which is great. That basically shows us that he is jolly. And we're going to Giga Drain, get back a little bit of HP, and it actually does a really good chunk of damage to the Medicham, which is cool. But now I'm going to have to swap out to my Mew. It's a really obvious switch, but I can't really do anything else. We've already seen 2 of his moves, which is nice. He might have Subtoxic as the next 2. So I'm going to go to Mew. He's going to actually go for the Baton Pass. So we've already seen 3 of his moves. I just need to find out what the last move is. But Baton Pass is actually really interesting. I've never seen a Baton Pass Medicham since, you know, Medicham hits hard usually. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I don't know what else to say. He's going to end up bringing out the Bisharp, but his Bisharp does take Rocks damage. So I'm thinking, okay, it's not Life Orb or anything. So he's probably Scarf. Now, if he's Scarf, he's going to Pursuit this time since I swapped out last time. Pursuit's only going to do like 30%. We can eat that up. Even if his Scarf goes for a knockoff, it's only going to do like 50%. Overall, I think it's better to just click Aura Sphere. Even if he's AV, whatever, it's not going to do too much damage as knockoff. I can soft boiled up, we can stall him out. It's just, even if it's Chople, you know, it's going to be a lot better for me just to click Aura Sphere this time. I saw it that last time. He might go for the Pursuit this time. So let's Aura Sphere. I go for the Aura Sphere. He stays in. He's not Scarfed. And he goes down. He's not AV or Chople. He was probably Focus Sashed. Judging by the way he's hard switched it onto the Mew last time. Since, you know, I brought Aura Sphere last time we played. And, you know, he's probably Sashed Bisharp. So Bisharp goes down, which is really, really nice. And yeah, that's honestly really, really cool that the Bisharp's down now, because now he can't Pursuit Trap my Mew. He can't possibly Pursuit Trap my Mew. And that means, you know, Sucker Punch shenanigans, blah, 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 blah. Bisharp's down. It's just overall a really great thing. So, he has the Miltank, Slowking, Lando, and Medicham left, I believe, and Ditto. So that's the first Pokemon that went down, actually. So, first Pokemon that goes down after 14 minutes of play, which is crazy. But now we got to see who's going to go into. He ends up going out to the Landorus T, which is really interesting because, you know, I'm not sure what kind of set this Lando is, but honestly, my Tango can switch in and, you know, get some Rock Helmet damage off, and it can be really good. But I want to keep Tango at enough HP to take a Stone Edge after if he goes for a Rock Polish or something, just in case if he's a Rock Polish set. So what I'm going to do is go out into Kuro. Now, this may sound crazy, but he brought Lando in, so I'm thinking, okay, he might go for a knockoff. So I'm going to go Kyurem, because if he goes for a knockoff, he's going to knock off my lefties. Kyurem's at full health. Honestly, it's not going to be too big of an issue if his lefties are knocked off. So we're going to get to Kyurem. He's actually going to go for a U-turn, and it does a little decent chunk. Knockoff would have only done a little bit more, so I feel like Kyurem was the better play, the best play. So he goes for a U-turn. He gets to go out to whoever he wants now for free. So he's probably going to go Medicham. He might also go Ditto, since, you know, those two are pretty cool, and we don't know whether his Ditto's Scarfed or not, since even if it was Scarfed, our Kyurem does outspeed it, because that was the only time that the Ditto was in before. He's actually going to go out to his Ditto right now, which is like, okay, so he goes out to Ditto. We don't see lefties. We didn't see lefties last time either, so I'm thinking, okay, I could roost up right now off a Scarf Ice Beam, but I'm not sure whether this thing's Scarfed. I can't be positive yet. He might be like Chople or something crazy, just in case. So what I'm going to do is click Ice Beam, because Ice Beam will take him out right now. He's at base 48 HP. Even with my stats, Ice Beam takes him out. It does around 45-ish%. He's going to go for his own Ice Beam, which is around 45-ish% as I go for my Ice Beam and take him out. Now, he's probably Scarfed, honestly, but like I said, I couldn't risk him not being Scarfed. Plus, it's not like he could OHKO my Kyurem anyways. Even with the crit Ice Beam, I don't think it would have OHKO'd me. So down goes his Ditto, which got the Ditto and the Bisharp in basically back-to-back turns. It wasn't back-to-back, but it was basically back-to-back turns within like a 3-turn period. So that's pretty cool. He's going to bring out his Medicham. His Medicham does take rock damage, and now he's probably just going to click Drain Punch. I have my Mew, which I can swap it into. I do have my Tangrowth, but Tangrowth dies to a high jump kick right now, so I can't switch that bad boy in. So I'm going to have to go out to my Mew. It's a really obvious switch, but like I said, we've already seen 3 of his moves. Even if his last move is Toxic, he's going to Toxic himself, and he's probably going to end up dying. So I'm fine with going out to Mew, and plus Mew's at full health. But he goes for a Drain Punch. It's going to do a decent chunk, you know, but we do get it up pretty well. Now I have to click Psyshock, because he has Baton Pass. He can just click that, and that is, you know, instead of hard switching out, he just click Baton Pass and get a free swap out into the Slowking instead of, you know, hard switching out to the Slowking. If he didn't have Baton Pass and he didn't already reveal it, I'd probably make a double right now into Kyurem, but he already has a Baton Pass, so I can't do that, of course. But he does Baton Pass, of course. It's a really obvious play, and now he's probably going to get to the Slowking. He might not. I'm honestly hoping he doesn't, because if he goes out to Miltank or the Lando, then they take a really good chunk from Psyshock. But he does go Slowking, and we Psyshock, and it actually does a decent chunk, and we don't see lefties. So I'm thinking, okay, is this Rocky Helmet? Is this Rocky Helmet Slowking? He might be offensive Slowking, but I don't think offensive Slowking does well against my team at all. I'm thinking, okay, this might not be Rocky Helmet, because that Psyshock did a lot of damage. It probably shouldn't have done that much if he was defensive. So maybe he's like offensive Trick Room. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out into my Umbreon, because if he's offensive, he's going to set up a Trick Room right now, or a Nasty Plot right now. And I can go Umbreon, I can click Foul Play. It's going to do a lot of damage. We can take any one hit. But he's actually going to go for the Scald. And as you can see, he snags a burn, which is unfortunate. But he's Life Orb. Okay, so he's offensive. Probably max special attack with Life Orb. So that's really interesting as a Slowking set. That's a crazy Slowking set. But we can take another Scald. I believe it's a roll to take us out. I can't let him set up a Trick Room for free right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and click Foul Play. We are burned, so it's honestly not going to do too much, but we do know he's not defensive, so it's still going to do a respectable amount for being burned, you know? So we're going to click Foul Play. I obviously cannot Baton Pass since we're faster. But we do foul play, and he's going to go for the Scald, and we actually ate it up, which is cool. And a foul play does a really good chunk, like I said. And with the life orb damage, you know, that's going to put him in range of a Lopunny's attack. Now, I could go into Cure him and set up a sub, but I feel like going at Lopunny's better and getting off my Mega Evolution now, because, you know, why not? And plus, we can see if he is a Rock Helmet Lando or something, in case he hard swaps down to that, and you take rocks damage and a return damage, and 2 returns could possibly take him out, depending on how much it does. So we're going to go out into Lopunny, and we're just going to Mega Evolve and click return. I don't need to fake out, because, you know, fake outing here, honestly, no point. I don't need a Giga Impact, because return takes him out anyways, and if I Giga Impact, that just makes me take a turn to recover, blah, 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 blah. I could Power Punch, but if he stays in, then I just lose my Lopunny. So we're just going to Mega Evolve, click return. It's honestly, it's a really simple play. I don't lose much by going for this. He ends up swapping out, but he swaps out into the Miltank, basically as Vodder. He's going to take rocks damage, he's going to take this return, and he's also going to take Toxic if the return doesn't take it out. But he is offensive, so this return could probably take him out. We're going to hit him with a return, and he lives. The Miltank lives, and he's going to die to the Toxic, which gives Kyurem the kill. But it's unfortunate, Akano doesn't get the kill. It sucks, but oh well. Anyways, his Slowking is going to come in now. I could return. Return would probably take out Slowking right now, since we know he's not defensive. But I have no reason to risk this Lopunny. I could also Giga Impact and guarantee the kill. But like I said, I have no reason to risk Lopunny right now. I need to keep Lopunny around to check the Medicham, since we are faster than the Medicham. I need to keep him around for that. So I'm going to keep this Lopunny around. I'm going to hard switch out into Kyurem. I could go into Vaporeon, but I don't have Baton Pass, and I don't have Scald, so it'd kind of just be like a war. If he has Slack Off, he could beat us 1v1, and if he has Side Shock, it's going to do way too much damage. So I'm going to go into the Kyurem. We could potentially take a Side Shock. We don't take a Side Kick, but we do take a Side Shock from where we're at right now. And, you know, we can just rock up some Life Orb damage to where a return will take him out. So we're going to go ahead and hard swap out into our Kyurem. Lancelot though, but he actually ends up going for the Scald, and we do take a Scald, and he doesn't snag a burn, which is awesome. But that was really interesting going for the Scald. Maybe he doesn't have a Psychic type move. Maybe he's like Scald, Slack Off, T-Wave, Nasty Plot, or something like that. So I don't know. I'm just making up a random stuff. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and click Roost right now so that we can rack up some Life Orb damage on him. We end up going for the Magic Coat, which we go for the Roost, and he's probably predicting a Toxic right there. And yeah, so we basically get our Lancelot up to a lot of HP, and we can just click sub a bunch of times and wear him down with Life Orb, and then wear him down to the point where an Ice Beam takes him out. Plus, if he swaps out and we get behind a sub, we get a kill, because his Medicham can't take an Ice Beam where he's at right now, and his Lando, it's going to have to waste a turn to break my sub and then die to an Ice Beam. So I don't even think a U-turn breaks my sub. I mean, it might be a roll to break my sub or something. But we can just do this. Honestly, it's just going to be a kind of boring few turns right now, because you know, I just sub up, and it's going to be because I just need to wear him down to where an Ice Beam is going to be guaranteed to kill, because an Ice Beam does 20% to Slowking if he's not invested in Spit Off at all. Like right now, it might be able to take him out with an Ice Beam, but I have no reason to risk that, because it looks like it'd probably take 3 Life Orbits to take him out. So I can't risk going for an Ice Beam and not taking him out and dying, you know. So I'm just gonna click sub. He's gonna go for the Psy Shock. So he actually did have Psy Shock. I didn't even notice that. He does have Psy Shock. I don't know why he didn't go for Psy Shock on my Lopunny. But anyways, now he's guaranteed to die from an Ice Beam. And I just click Ice Beam, and I kill something right now. If he swaps out, like I said, Medicham dies, Lando dies, this thing dies right now. So we're going to click Ice Beam, and the Slowking dies. So Slowking's down. All he has left is the Lando and the Medicham. If he goes Lando, I go Tangrowth. If he goes Medicham, I go Mew. So we basically have this win in the bag right now. It's just going to be down to, you know, who he goes it into and how he finishes this match off, because there's no way he can win. Even if he's like Rock Polish Lando with SD, he has no way to win against, you know, my fake outs in the book that I have left. So we're going to be able to win this match. It's just, you know, depending on how much we're going to win this match by. Oh, I just burped. That was nasty. But I do get a little bit greedy here, and I'm going to go to Mew, trying to preserve differential. He actually goes for a Drain Punch, though. But I go Mew, trying to preserve differential. I don't know if it happens on this. Actually, I don't think it does happen on this one. I think he just goes for a Baton Pass. But basically, I'm just going to drink some water. I'm actually not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it. I don't really have much else to say about the end of this match. You guys can kind of just watch. He's going to baton pass. Yeah, it happens later. Okay, so this match is basically going to be a win. We just need to see how much we're going to win by, because we have Lopunny, which outspeeds Medicham. We have the Bulk with Tangrowth and Mew, and Vaporeon even. So he has honestly no way to beat us. I just click Roost in case he goes for High Jump Kick, because that would 2 kill us. But his Lando's in. I'm just going to hard swap out into Tangrowth. If he goes for an HP Flying, good on you. I think we do take an HP Flying, and then we could just go out to Vaporeon. Actually, no, we don't. It does about half to us. So he's going to Earthquake. We eat that up pretty darn nicely. And I'm going to click Giga Drain in case he goes out to the Medicham. I should have just clicked HP Ice here. Being honest, I should have just clicked HP Ice, but I don't. I click Giga Drain just to get some leftovers in case he hard swaps out or U-turns out, whatever, into the Medicham. But he just goes for the Earthquake, which basically shows us that he is a Scarf Lando, which Scarf Lando is really common, and it does well against my team because it does outspeed the Lopunny. It outspeeds Kyurem unless it's Scarf Kyurem. So he's just gonna keep Earthquaking, and now I go for the HP Ice just to guarantee the kill on this Landorus. And then now here, this is the point. This is the point where I get a little bit greedy. Right now the score is 5-0. And I was thinking, I want to get a 5-0. 5-0 would be great. I would love a 5-0. Yeah, 5-0 is awesome. Let's do it. 5-0 would be cool. So I'm going to go ahead and hard swap out into my Mew. Now, right now, I should have just clicked Giga Drain because if, we haven't seen the last move yet. I don't know what it is. But I decide, he's probably just going to Drain Punch. So I'm going to go to Mew. Let's go Mew. So I go Mew. But he goes for the Bulk Up. That's his last move. It's going to be Bulk Up. Now, this is a problem because I have Psy Shock, not Psy Kick. If I had Psy Kick, we could still 2-kill this thing, but I have Psy Shock, so we can't 2-kill this thing. He's going to Giga Drain. I go for the Psy Shock because I need to right now. I cannot let him get up to a comfortable amount of HP to where a return doesn't take him out from Lopunny. I could even, a Fake Out plus Return combo should be enough to take him out, but if he starts setting up a bunch of Bulk Ups, it would honestly be a problem. So I'm just going to keep clicking Psy Shock because it's what I need to do. If I waste a turn going for Stock Bolt, he's just going to get a lot of recovery, and it's just no bueno. So I just keep clicking Psy Shock. If we get a crit, we take him out. So we could get a crit. I mean, if I had Psychic, he'd be dead right now, but I don't. I have Psy Shock, which is super unfortunate, and we're basically going to lose our Mew. To me being greedy, like I said, I should have just stayed in, and we would have gotten a 5-0 if I did stay in, but alas, I did not stay in, and we unfortunately come out of this with Mew dying, and it's going to end up being a 4-0 because I just go Lopunny now, and I click Fake Out and then Return, and then we take him out for sure. I could click Giga Impact and take him out, but I can't risk that thing missing, so I'm going to click Fake Out and then click Return because, style points. That's why. Fake Out because style points. And I go with the Fake Out, and I actually got a crit with the Fake Out to take out the Mega Medicham, which is pretty funny. Mega Medicham finally loses a playoff match, and we pick up a 4-0 victory in the first round of playoffs, and that is going to wrap up this match. The match has been wrapped up for a little while, but you guys catch the drift. You pick up what I'm putting down. So that's going to be the end of the match. Hope you guys enjoyed this match. It was a really good match against Jack, a good friend of mine. Like I said, go check out Jack's channel, show him some support. Show him some support. I just said that way too fast. If you haven't already, he's a really good friend of mine, and he's British. So, anyways, that's going to end this match. Now, like I said, I have an update. It's kind of a big update. I'm going on vacation today, actually, when you guys are watching this. Tomorrow for me, today when you guys are watching this. So, I'm not going to be here. Now you might be saying, how are you going to play the next match of playoffs? Well, next match of playoffs, spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil who I'm playing right now. So if you haven't watched the match between Sly and Jim, I recommend you go ahead and check that out. It was probably a good match. I didn't see it yet, but but anyways, so we're going to be playing Sly. There's a spoiler. We're going to be playing Sly. I played him week 8. It's going to be a great match. I didn't play him yet, so I have no spoilers on that account, but it's probably going to be a great match. I hope it's going to be a good match. Hopefully we can come out with a victory, but we'll see what happens. But I'm going to be playing him before I leave, so I'm playing him today. So it's, I'm looking forward to that match, of course, but I'm going to be playing him today. I'm probably not going to be able to upload in time for next week. So if you want to watch that match, go to Sly's channel so you can check it out. I won't link it. Just Google Slyro, and he'll be the first one that pops up to watch it there because I won't be able to upload it on time. The team analysis nor the battle. So I'm really sorry about that. I can probably post, my sets on Twitter or something. And I'll probably link the battle on Twitter so you guys can check it out when it comes out. So follow me on Twitter if you want to see the match, and I'll link it for you guys or whatever. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that match. It's going to be a great match. We did beat Sly last time we played, but that was an insanely close match, and This match is probably going to be even closer, and I'm going to do my best. Like I said, it's playoffs. We've been working our butt off all season for this. We're working so hard all season for this, and I do not want to let this chance slip by my fingers. So, really looking forward to the match. And yeah, shout out to Sly for playing me early. I'm really happy about that. But my thoughts on this match, the match against Jack. Honestly, I feel like I was in control most of the match. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but I just, I feel like he didn't bring the right team to go up against my team with. Ditto. I don't think Ditto matched up well against my team at all. I feel like Volcarona would have been a huge threat against my team, especially if it was Life Orb and Grobat 2, and I feel like he didn't bring the right team to go up against my team with. That's kind of the main deal. That's kind of why we won, I feel like. But anyways, I was talking for way too long. I need to edit and render this bad boy. Hope you guys did enjoy it. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks, because like I said, I'm going on vacation, and I'll be back in 2 weeks. So I'll see you guys then for the next match. Hopefully we can pick up the victory, but we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys then. Remember, go ahead and check out Jack. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter so you guys can see the next week's match and all that good stuff. I'm kind of sad I'm not playing Jim, because I kind of wanted to have my chance at revenge on Jim, but it happens. I'll see you guys then. Have a great day. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something, but I can't remember. I'll leave a comment if I do remember, but like I said, that's good everything. Have a great day, and until next time, have a nice trip.